Hello viewers, welcome to IPO Connect. Right now, we are looking at Niva Bupa Health Insurance IPO. To know more about the company and the way the private health insurance sector is progressing, we caught up with Mr. Krishnan Ramchandra, the MD and CEO of Niva Bupa Health Insurance. I began the interview by asking him as to what is the status of the industry in the country today, particularly the penetration of insurance and the health insurance sector.
So, sir, I'll speak to health insurance because that's something I'm knowledgeable about.
Yeah.
If you look at it, the number of people who have retail private health insurance, that number is only about 5.3 crores. So, I think the headroom to grow on retail health is enormous, and health insurance in general is enormous. And that's what we as a company are very, very excited about.
What is the penetration level of the health insurance as such? Because 3.7 is the overall insurance.
5.3, sir, is retail. 5.3 crores is retail lives.
Okay.
If you add all lives, retail plus group plus government, maybe 50 crore Indians or 55 crore Indians have some form of health insurance.
The success of private medical insurance obviously depends on the private medical facilities available in the country. What is Niva Bupa's take on this?
Today, if you look at it, the quality of healthcare available in India is as good as anywhere in the world, including the US. And I think for something like 22,000 rupees, you get access to healthcare which is comparable to the best in the world. So I think health insurance in India today is offers great value, and we as a company want to make sure that we give more and more Indians, access to quality healthcare. Indeed, our purpose, sir, is to give every Indian the confidence to access the best healthcare.
Mr. Krishnan, do you think the government is doing enough to support the private health industry as well as the insurance sector?
No, I think between policymakers and regulator, the big agenda is on development. The chairman has announced insurance for all by 2047. So I think it's a very, very exciting time in the Indian insurance landscape. The NHA has come up with the Health Claims Exchange, the ABA ID. So quite a few game changers that I think will transform Bima Sugam, the Bima Trinity, will transform the healthcare and health insurance landscape in our country. And as Niva Bupa, we are very excited to participate and contribute to this opportunity.
There is general perception that the COVID has been the game changer. What is the Niva Bupa's take on this? Whether COVID has really helped in increasing the awareness about health insurance?
No, it has been a game changer in two ways. One is it has increased awareness. Second is in terms of ways of doing business, right? In terms of the adoption of digital and technology, I think it's been a massive game changer. Consumer behavior, distributor behavior, everything has changed to become digital, post-COVID, in addition to, of course, the awareness levels for the need for health insurance.
How has been the growth of Niva Bupa?
We've been growing at a CAGR of 40% plus over the last 3 years, industry leading growth rates.
And a couple of brief questions on the IPO. What is the size you're targeting?
It's a 2,200 crore issue overall, 800 crores primary. The objective of the primary capital raise is to help fund our growth for the next few years, as well as take care of our solvency requirements.
There are many private health insurance players in the country. How does the Niva Bupa take the competition into account?
Given the size and scale of the opportunity and the needs of the country, there's enough and more opportunity for all of us to grow and do well.
Finally, is the growth of the private health insurance is limited only to the urban areas? Because there is a lot to talk about. Many questions arise about the health facilities in rural areas.
I think the growth is becoming much more diversified, especially in tier 2, tier 3 towns and below. If I look at Niva Bupa, we now have presence and ability to distribute in every pin code of the country.
Okay.
So we have a markets expert, Mr. Arun Kejriwal, with us to discuss the prospects of the IPO and how investor should look at this company. Arunji, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me over, BN.
Yeah, Niva Bupa. hitting the IPO market. In fact, it already must have already hit the market today. What do you think the prospects of the IPO?
So Niva Bupa is an interesting company. It is somebody which started business a few years ago, but it is one of the fastest growing companies in the health insurance space. It is a niche player. It is an omni-channel player. It has all forms of access to customers. It offers individual policies. It offers group insurance, and it also engages with channel partners to get their business done. It has been performing well. It's a profitable company, and I believe this is an opportunity for people to enter into the insurance space, which in India is highly underpenetrated. But COVID and the onset of COVID in 2020 brought about a deep awareness of what health insurance, particularly not having health insurance, can do to the finances of a small middle class family in a country like India. That
Yeah.
was a great learning, a great awakening, and many people realized that not having health insurance is possibly the worst form of financial planning. So here is a company which has learned from COVID. It has benefited from COVID if you take it in a positive and right manner, that the penetration of insurance has been growing rapidly ever since ever since COVID came into our lives. I believe here is a company which is giving you an opportunity to enter at fairly early stages in its life at valuations which are not only attractive, but that psychological level where you're talking of 70 and 74 assures people that it's not a expensive issue. It's not something where the price of the share is very large. We recently had a automobile company where the price was close to 2,000 rupees. We had a solar panel manufacturer where the price was around 1,500 rupees. So when you compare that and you see a share at around 70 and 74, you get 20 odd shares for every one share of the solar company, and roughly 27, 28 shares when you compare it with the automobile company. So
So
I
you see it as
believe
an
there is
affordable.
an opportunity. I
Yeah.
believe there is a good opportunity, BN, to enter this share at this point of time and make decent gains in even the short to medium term. And of course, such businesses mature over time. So medium to long term is without doubt a very, very exciting time for this company.
So you see it as an affordable investment.
Yes, it's an affordable investment. And like I said, that price point makes it even more attractive, that you can enter with even, say, one lot in retail and
Yeah.
still get something like about 20 odd shares as an investment in the company.
This company is entering the market at a time when three, four other companies are also, targeting the investor. Now, of course, there's a lot of awareness already created in the market among the investors about the importance of health insurance. Considering these two aspects, how do you see the prospects of this company performing in the primary market?
So, BN, I have a very different take on this.
Great.
Retail investors, even if we talk about that new set of breed which has entered the market post March 2020, they've all made huge money. And all of them have adequate resources to apply not for one, two, three, but they have the resources to apply for all four IPOs which are opening around the same dates. So I don't believe one has to actually take a toss between one company and the next and decide whether he should apply in one or not. There is choice. The four companies are not comparable because they are from different sectors. They
Yes.
have different time horizons for making returns, and I believe one company is not comparable with the next. It's like trying to compare apples and oranges. So there is no shortage of money even with the retail investor. He has that kind of money available to make applications and all. This company offers you value on the table. And one other thing that could be of importance for retail investors, while the price band is 70 to 74,
Yeah.
the promoter of this company had done a secondary sale at a price which is much higher than even 80 rupees. So
Oh.
that gives you the comfort that the company has left money on the table and has not chosen that secondary transaction to price the issue or to do a price discovery.
How do is there any peer comparison available? Because there are insurance companies and companies in the market for selling health products. Is there a
So the
peer
last
comparison? Yeah, yeah,
So the last company which had come to the market, BN, as far as health insurance is concerned, is Star Health. That was primarily an offer for sale issue. It did not do well at the bourses because the issue was overpriced, and I still believe that company has not done very well. COVID
yeah.
hit that company adversely, and they were not able to sort of perform during that period of COVID. So there are comparables, there is no doubt about it. But it appears very clearly that this company has weathered the storm and it has come out trumps as far as the performance is concerned. Today, it's on a solid wicket when it's going public and it commands its premium in the market. Incidentally, this is also the fastest growing health insurance company in its sector, and it
Yeah.
has very quickly in the last few years garnered market share, which is just a shade under double digit.
So do we see listing gains?
Yes, you should expect some listing gains, but I believe that should not be your objective in
Yeah,
applying for this share. It's not listing gains alone which is enough. You are likely to make more money if you hold it for, say, a reasonable period of time, which could be as short as 6 months.
great. Nice talking to you, Arunji. Thank you very much for your inputs.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you
We will
very
keep
much.
we will keep bothering you whenever there's a IPO coming, and of course on the market
Yeah.
also. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Thank you.
Namaskar and stay safe.